Welcome back to the Two Guys Named Chris show. We have Lisa Lanier, our official attorney of the program, on the phone for Lawyer Up. She joins us every week at this time, my favorite segment. Always like talking to Lisa. I'll tell you, I'm going to have to use a word I don't like to use, and I just did it a moment ago.
Twice.
Yeah, Lisa, I don't know.
But the best part is that Lisa Lanier revels in the word.
She does. You know the word I'm talking about, Lisa. Because you sent me that letter that said at one time, the four-letter F word.
Yes, it's funny. Those words and a few female genitalia words.
I don't like those words either. Last week I had to say vagine and labia and then last week we talked about the Blake Lively lawsuit, and the update to that is a woman who used to work with Blake Lively as a chef said she thinks so much of herself she would burp and fart all around us loudly and proudly and think we were lucky to smell her farts. And I just,
oh my goodness.
I know. That's a horrible thing to say about somebody. I hope that's not true of Blake Lively because I think she's terrific.
No one that hot could be that much of a jerk,
How
right?
could you do that if you're that hot? My God. That's probably that may be the hottest couple. I mean, they're suing each other, but the two of them together in that movie.
Baldoni versus Lively?
Yeah. Those are the two hottest people taking their clothes off to have sex in a movie that I've seen in a long, long time. It was
I watched that movie during my week of sickness last week at your recommendation, and it was very good.
Yeah. It's a good one. At first, it's like, well, he's not the monster you think he is. It's an interesting look at things, I thought.
Yeah.
And and now it's even more interesting because, of course, there's a lawsuit going on between the two of them, which you've commented on, and we'll get more comment about. I have to use the word again because it's in the official report. A woman in London, she's 25, has pled guilty in the first ever case in England of cyber farting. She's accused of sending numerous videos of herself passing gas to her boyfriend's ex, causing distress and anxiety for the boyfriend's ex, who says, I didn't ask for this.
Because they have a child,
together.
The ex and the current boyfriend.
Yes, Rhiannon Evans passed gas by placing the camera either on her bottom and passing it, or at her face and passing it loudly.
She make the fart face? I've not seen the evidence.
I believe it. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. We're enter this Exhibit A. Did she make that face and then loudly pass gas? But she apparently bombarded this woman with videos of herself passing gas. If that was here in the U.S., what kind of punishment are you getting for something like that, Lisa? What are your thoughts on this case?
It's essentially the same thing as, like a cyber stalking or a, cyber terrorism type, it's stalking. And you can't continually bombard someone with some, foul, unwanted video without eventually getting in trouble for it. Now there in London, they have some interesting punishments because apparently this lady was pretty tanked when she was doing this, and it was obvious. And she's pled that, I have an alcohol problem. So her sentencing was 15 rehab sessions and 60 days of alcohol monitoring and then a 2-year restraining order. But, yeah, that's what you would – in the U.S., you would typically see the restraining order. For something like this that's actually sort of, not like a threat. She never threatened the woman. She just played her butt bugle loud and proud, and then, and with the camera right at her butthole.
She did. Man, I'll share this with you. I just told it to Chris Dim and Biggie yesterday. I was getting into my car. I had gone to the gym and tried to hold some gas during almost the entire hour. So when I looked around in the parking lot and saw no one, I just let one just boom, long. And a guy came out from behind his truck. He had been bent down. He goes, man, that was a good one there. And I was like, she's so embarrassed.
Man. Good thing I'm upwind.
So embarrassed, yeah. And it was breezy out there.
I recorded it. I'll send it to you. What?
I felt so horrible. I was like, I don't know. And he was like,
that's the shock absorbers in my car.
Man, he's like, you let that one go. I hope you feel better. That was pretty darn good. All right. So, yes, and I agree. I don't think in the United States, I think she'd get the restraining order, but not like all the other stuff that she got.
Not all the other stuff, no.
Now, this is a case. I was a little surprised at reaction here. Most people were on the side of the Lyft driver in this case. When we talked about it earlier in the week, there is a rapper from Detroit, Dank DeMoss, and she is an overweight American. And in fact, we had one caller say she's pushing 500 pounds. We looked it up. It's like
589 or 489?
489. And the woman said, there's no way my tires couldn't handle this. Is our caller saying this. Anyway, she called a Lyft. She got a Lyft driver to take her to a Detroit Lions watch party. When the guy showed up, he said, you can't fit in my car. She said, yes, I can fit in your car. I fit in cars like this. He goes, no chance of that. We actually have the exchange between the two of them.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He said, get an Uber XL. And then later he said, my tires can't handle this. You know, you're going to deflate my tires. And she said it hurt her feelings, and she feels like it's discrimination because she is overweight. And her attorney agrees with that and says they're going to push this all the way up the ladder here to go against Lyft. Does she have a case here, Lisa? Most people we talked to said no.
She actually does have a case because it happened in Michigan, which is the only state in the entire nation where height and weight is a protected class.
Whoa.
Anywhere else.
Wow.
Anywhere else that this happened, absolutely no way. No other states follow this.
Sorry, Fatty.
But since 1976, Michigan has had height and weight so short people can't be discriminated against either. So it's fat people. It's aimed at fat people and short people. Yeah.
Or if he said you're too tall to fit in my Mini Cooper, you know, you
well,
can't.
that too. Yeah, that too. And so here's the thing. I mean, you know, there is a big prejudice against overweight people, and these lawyers, you know, they're all over this because, of course, you know, they've got the law behind them, and they've researched the guy's car, and his tires could have handled like 3 times her weight in passenger weight, and. You know, I mean, it had nothing to do with really his vehicle, and actually, big people a lot of times prefer a sedan, which is why she ordered up a sedan. She always likes a sedan. She finds it easier to sort of slide into, you know, the door and sit down versus trying to climb up into an SUV.
Biggie's nodding. You agree
I
with
can
it?
see that. Yeah, I mean, it's to climb into an SUV can be tough if you're big.
Okay.
Biggie's climbing into a minivan tomorrow.
I prefer a minivan. I
do.
find them easy to get in and out of.
I'm opening. So what I'll do, we'll pull up to the hangout in Myrtle Beach. I'll open the door automatically, and Biggie will spill out there, and everybody's be like, "Yeah,
Start time.
that's right."
I would like to know who at Goodyear got the call for how much can your tires hold.
Right.
Man, she's in the right state to be big. Isn't she?
I know, because we had
Of all the states.
Yeah, she's
we had
protected.
Lyft driver said that, you know, they wouldn't put a big person in his Jetta.
But
remember, that's what D said.
And D is a Lyft driver, and he says they have a rule saying we can turn you down based on anything. But there's no way. I mean, the state's law would come into play and supersede that, right, Lisa?
Oh, absolutely. And I think even Lyft in Michigan has acknowledged that this was, I think they've apologized, and I think they've acknowledged that this was not following the law. So, yeah, I mean, you got to follow the law where you are.
I'm surprised.
It's very unusual, but it's the law.
Did Lady Dank ever make it to the watch party?
I think she did. Yeah, I think she probably took a different, different.
Halftime. She got there. She got there at halftime. That was it. And they lost the game.
Happy.
Remember, they lost the game too.
Yeah.
That was the end of their playoff run. Let me ask you this, Lisa. Do you think, since Michigan protects the overweight, do you think that spreads to other states as we grow as Americans? Do you think that others will start to do this?
I don't think so. I mean, it's been in place in Michigan for a very long time, and it hasn't really caught on anywhere else.
That's right.
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't because people kept falling through the ice in the Great Lakes. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they took that up in 1970.
Well, you'd think Minnesota would follow suit.
Right.
But that's a healthier state. Minnesota's
It is a
healthier
healthier state,
than Michigan. Or Wisconsin should follow suit. Let's go to Missouri, where the Supreme Court of Missouri has suspended Jefferson County Assistant Prosecutor Tim Hollingsworth's license indefinitely because he says, I made a joke. It was about 2 years ago, year and a half. The assistant public defender left the room, and Hollingsworth went on that person's laptop and used their email to send the sheriff an email saying, "You look so good in those khaki pants and that black shirt." He says it's a joke, it's a prank.
Yeah.
Come on, I went on the computer. What of it? But the problem is, I guess he had access to confidential things on that computer, so he's in real trouble. Is that right, Lisa?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this is, he wrote this to the sheriff who's standing in the room, who's like acting as the bailiff that day. And it's very funny, but it was very poor judgment and the judge got really mad about it because it said this was a prosecutor and he had just accessed the entire public defender's office database to do this. I mean, it's on the same computer,
right? And
it's just a huge no-no. And so they have issued a suspension, but it sounds like he's going to be able to reapply in about 6 months, and they have not removed him from the prosecutor's office, from the personnel role, and they still have him on some cases. Presumably, when he gets his license back, he'll get his job back, or keep his job. He'll get his case.
All right.
So I do think he's getting punished, but it's not as extreme as it sounds.
Not a career ender.
Right. And I think that fits, don't you? I mean, he just did. Again, the joke was, "You look so good in them khaki pants and that black shirt." To the sheriff who was standing there. Do you all play little pranks on each other in the courtroom often, Lisa? You and the defense attorneys or the other attorneys?
No, that really doesn't happen. People really, they behave in the courtroom. It's really respect for the court. And, it doesn't really happen.
I guess they're supposed to anyway. That's right.
Yeah.